everyone, and happy Sunday. I hope you guys have been enjoying your weekend. Here's your weekly update for the week of March 30th through April 2nd. So just a brief review of where we are. We've covered a lot of events on the road to the Civil War, and it's definitely been a bumpy road. We've covered the Missouri Compromise, which again brought Missouri into the United States as a slave state and Maine as a free state. It also established the 3630 line, and that basically said that all states below that line could have slavery, while all states above it could not, except for Missouri. We also cover the Compromise of 1850, which brought California into the United States as a free state, and it brought the Utah and New Mexico territories in as well, and the people within those territories could decide if they wanted to have slavery or not. We also covered the Kansas-Nebraska Act, and that brought both Kansas and Nebraska into the United States. Again, those people in the territories could decide if they wanted to have slavery or not, and that was called popular sovereignty. The Kansas-Nebraska Act did lead to Bleeding Kansas, which, if you guys remember, was a bunch of violent political confrontations between the anti-slavery factions and the pro-slavery factions, and it took place in Kansas. So what we're going to be learning about this week, first we're going to be learning about my favorite president, Abraham Lincoln. We're going to learn about what he was like growing up, and we're also going to learn about his election and what impact it had for the United States and the world. We're also going to be talking about the South beginning to secede or leave the United States because they weren't happy with how they were being treated, but don't worry, we're going to cover that more in detail. So some reminders, the money for the field trip to the Math Museum is due tomorrow. If you have not handed it in, I expect you to stop playing this video right now and go get it signed and get that money so you can go to the Math Museum at the end of May. This is the last week of the Louisiana Territory Project, so make sure you guys are turning in your entries on time. They're still going to be due on Saturday morning, and I will also explain what the project is going to be for spring break on Thursday. I'll also be sending out an email on Thursday just to keep everybody informed in case somebody wasn't there on Thursday. Also, study your road to the Civil War notes. There's a definite possibility of a quiz early in the week, so make sure you guys are studying that worksheet that I gave you and that we've been filling out as the days go on. So what to expect for this week, we're continuing on the road to the Civil War. We're going to be looking at the election of Lincoln and how that influenced the United States. We're also going to be looking at how the South began to secede. And don't forget, there's a congressional simulation on Thursday instead of Friday this week because your spring break starts. So that's all I have for you guys this week. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning.